Good morning, folks. It's 8:22 a.m. Thursday, July 20th, 2017. Bada boom, bada bing. I have a little bit of a coarse attitude today. I had a checkup with a little work done last night. Had a visit. A few of them up here. This happens a lot with Deanna and I. I have a morning. I had a feeling we were going to get visitation. Actually, I knew we were going to get visitation. I was getting from the other side that Deanna was going to be have more of the embryos put in her, but definitely have a visit, both of us. And then I went to the ones that do it, and they said they're gonna their thoughts in their head. They knew they were gonna come here and see if Dana was ready or not. So, like the other side was saying, yeah, that's how it turned out. Anyway, I'm not trying to take our personal life and throw it everywhere. I want you to understand a little bit about what's going on with visitation and stuff, folks. It's not like what some people talk about. I had a visit. I walked around on the ship. We had tea. No, it's never like that, folks. That's not what they're about. Anyway, when that happens, I don't get up at all for many hours, and I wake up groggy. It's not like a hangover or something like that. You just wake up tired for no reason. But when I don't have to get up multiple times during the night, my kidneys, my bladder, my liver, no whoopee-doo. I'm glad as hell about it, but they're all falling away, shutting down. Siobhan was looking at me yesterday, and you know, she gets upset seeing what's happening. She's the one that was talking with Raj. He's Arae inside. Raj Narayana. Hope I said that right, buddy. He had fatty tissue or something on his liver. And Raj talked to his doctor and said, Raj said, you know, do I have any chance I have any fatty tissue in my liver? And doctor said no. Raj said he wanted to get tested for it, and then the doctor said, well, I'm sure you don't worry about it. And Raj said, well, no, I want to get tested. He goes, don't worry about it. And Raj said, I want you to test me. So the doctor did, and then the doctor found out he had fatty tissue on his liver. Deanna and Siobhan do consults together. We're so upside, Dan and I are so upside down, and trying to get things done. We can't even get, I don't think we have 20% of the stones we have on display. There's too much to do. And no one can help us with this. This is, you know, other people have offered, thanks, but no. We appreciate you. We appreciate your heart energy, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I had to get this out of the way first, but no. It has to be done the way it is. There's a reason for it, and I'm not going there. There's many reasons for me not to. Anyway, it has to do with... There's so much going on, folks. The more you become able to see, the more you understand, the more things settle down in your life. My life was crazy when I was fighting the original first being male and female. It was insane. I had them in my head. I was fighting them in my head all the time. It's just... Whenever you're driving, you have to concentrate on driving. The fighting was non-stop, trying to run me, control me, sometimes trying to grab your arm to turn. I mean, it's insane. I was never worried about having to die because they didn't want me out. They did not want... Once the fighting started, they did not want me out of my body. Anyway, I didn't start this video to talk about this. It's just... Anyway, Rod should be coming into play soon. It's a matter of me getting out of here first. He's incredibly strong. His heart energy is just fracking ridiculous. And Bergeau, Paul, I mean, all the others, so many of them. They've been doing it a long time. Things are about to kick up for all of them. And because their job is to help you. So, you'll find out. It'll just happen. When Paul comes alive and does his thing, you're going to see that you can be a regular person, have a regular life, and be metaphysical. That's one of the things he's going to teach you. He's going to show you and teach you by example. We have many teachers in life. You can watch insects, how they move about doing things, and they can teach you something. That's funny as hell. So anyway, heart energy. Oh, wait a minute. Last thing about the visitation. Dan and I have both told them on the other side. Not told the other side, but also told, more importantly, went to Serene and Melee, some of the others, Serpoian, Serpatient, and actually, you know, told them first telepathically, and then actually said it. When I say it in the video, or we talk about it in the house, they hear everything in the house. They hear everything. They have their own sensors in here, which is cool. It's with, you know, it's with our blessing. But they were told they have the right to, we give them, you know, the permission to go into us to do what needs to be done, because we know it needs to be done. But it's just when I wake up and I'm groggy and I know they've been here, and I am kind of annoyed I can't have physical contact talking with them, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes they'll leave a little sign they've been here, but you know, it doesn't matter. Folks, once you use your abilities and you come awake and aware, you know. And one of those most powerful abilities is what I wanted to talk about, helping you focus today. It's the heart energy. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. I've already talked about a lot of goofy stuff, just talking. It's all something that will help you understand more about what's going on. But it's also me relaxing. But it is sharing stuff with you that will help you. when you don't know how to build an engine, a car engine, and you're talking, you hear a friend talk about it or something, you can learn more about that by listening to them talk. You get a certain familiarity. Boy, like I said, I'm groggy. And no, we weren't out drinking at night. I had a glass of wine before going to bed. Gets a little painful sometimes with my health issues, but I'm not going to take drugs, so I take a glass of wine. Anyway, excuse me. So they do come in, that to see us a lot, check on us. As long as they don't do something trying to make me stay here longer, it's fine. They did clean out my sinuses a little bit. They went into my liver to try and detoxify myself a little bit. All those organs I talked about, they're shot. Siobhan looked at my liver and she almost started crying. There's compassion, a lot of compassion in our family, but the lives we've been put through has been hell. Look at the lives you've been put through. Look at your life now. Some of you can actually go into past lives, and folks, you will. I'm putting out a video that is about waking up. How we do it, what we do, etc., etc., etc. It's all about awakening. It's everything I can think of to put in there. And it's going to be a bunch of discs. So I'm going to cover everything I can. As I do it in a nice relaxed atmosphere or attitude, whatever. It's an energy atmosphere. When you have a soft attitude, that's an energy atmosphere. That's around you and in you when you're talking with someone. And because I am strong, and because the field is I'm in the field everywhere, it being part of what I am. It goes through you and you feel it. That's why. I always wanted to be able to sit down in a room with I've done it a couple of times, but with about 50 people, just answer questions. The last event I had was the end of September 2015. I was honored. People flew in from all over the world. I told them I didn't want to be rude, but they wasted the money. I'm not worth it. But a lot of us had a good time. It was a little crazy, but when I wanted to ask questions, they didn't have means for questions. The gentleman that represented the Federation of Planets back when it was around, he was there. Came in out of nowhere, like I know he would. As soon as he walked in the room, I looked at him. The first thing I did, I went in his head and I said, "You're late." And he looked at me again, gave me a look like this, and then he sat down. And two really cool people, a really nice couple couple that was there. They're both source. So Luke and Blair, they're really cool. They took a video of him with the camera, and then he did some pictures, and then he tried to send it to me. And it didn't go through the first time, and the second time it went through, they tried to put it through. They literally went into their phone and they wiped out all the images. I'm not laughing for what Luke and Blair went through. I'm laughing about it actually happening. They did not want this man's picture anywhere. He barely sat outside of the view. I had 2 cameras set up. He was barely outside of the view. And the one camera that would have caught the back of his head, which isn't important, had some kind of problem that whole day. He said he was driving down the road, and then all of a sudden he saw one of my things on YouTube. I'm like, what? You're driving down the road and you're watching YouTube? He said that on purpose to me. But he asked me to talk about the spheres, that people are worried about the spheres. And I turned around and talked about how there's this certain asteroid where there's equipment on there that's doing stuff that's harmful to everybody, and that literally this asteroid was about to melt. And it did. That was my response to what he wanted. And he wanted to talk to me afterwards, but I left. The Federation of Planets was an abusive organization. They would keep major wars and stuff from fighting out. It's not that they didn't do anything to help, but they literally sold timeshare to abuse on this planet. They saw this gentleman and his friends, they saw the cohorts, whatever, they saw the end of the Federation. They wanted me to help them with that. No. It's time for this alliance to kick in. That was weird. Just saw something on the... I don't usually look at the display, whatever, on the camera. Gotta look at it every once in a while, make sure things are moving on it. And this little black blotch just went flying by. Might be on the camera, might not. I don't care. The more you wake up, the more things that would normally be really exciting become normal. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because you've increased the amount of your understanding to where you understand more about what's real, and you don't wonder about as much. Okay, I started this video to tell you how to focus your heart energy. I go into this and everything else I can think of in detail in this awakening video. Okay, it's long. There's some soft talk flowing back and forth, folks. It's going to make sense. I'm doing it for a reason. Sometimes I use examples of what I go through. Okay, it's like Jay wants to talk about himself. I'm explaining something to you. I'm feeding you information. If this was about me, I'd be hitting all these. I'd literally take money, get in a car, go drive to the Oprah show and crank some people up. That's what I do. And I get on TV. I can force it. I don't want that. Am I afraid of being on TV? What do you think? Well, some people are really brave behind the camera. Yeah, you should see me in real life. Anyway, I'm not a brave, dun-da-dun. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not afraid. The more you understand, the less there is to be afraid of. The less there is to have rattle you up. Heart energy. I keep sliding off of it. I was just literally brought my own energy, put me right over here to this sphere, these spheres that have to be made, and then the empty spheres that Deanna writes on what they are, so I do it. And there's a big container of citrine, and I'm like, what the? And I told myself, focus, dude, focus. Okay, I need to get into this heart energy. Like I said, I'm going into great detail in this in the DVDs. Now, when you're a real strong heart energy, everyone has heart energy. Hearts are just putting out information, and they're all talking with each other all the time. Okay? It's nonstop. If you could stop it, you'd be dead. Your heart would shut down. Okay? Not a good thing. This cup is very, whatever. Really attracting. Let's try putting something else on it. It's cold grapefruit juice. Anyway, the heart energy literally is feeling. Okay, you store your feelings from other lives and stuff in there as spirit. That's where you access it. Well, as spirit, where it's like you put them there, but you access them, move them around. The heart grabs data from the brain. It grabs emotions from your base chakra, puts it together, creates a feeling, sends it out. Then this heart energy goes from the this feeling goes from the heart to the hypothalamus, mixing with more data again in the brain, data coming in from the field. Okay, and then it creates it continually grows and changes your feelings about things. But that creates understanding when it starts mixing with the hypothalamus strong. And this is a continuous cycle, folks. Okay. It's not an on-off thing. The more aggressive your feelings and stuff, the feeling is, the more aggressive the hypothalamus gland and the rest of the brain get into it. So, to learn how to focus this, now remember, when you read people's hearts, what are you getting? You're getting some of their thoughts, you're getting some of their emotions, and you're getting their feelings. Folks, that's powerful. People say with heart energy, I can't see the image. You have an image in your head. Yes, but it's not like really seeing an image. Excuse me. Coffee and grapefruit, the Great War. Internal battlefield. Anyway, you're picking up. So when you learn how to focus when you learn to use your heart energy, you're picking up some of the strongest thoughts that someone has, because the heart offers it. The heart takes it, sends it out. It's like an electromagnetic pulse that it sends out. It has that in it. Okay. Also, their emotions. Okay. There's so much information there that you get this, and it goes into the hypothalamus, and you make up your own image, picture. You see it. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about is when you hyper focus on a person. Okay, if you go somewhere and sit down, go to a coffee shop, go to a bookstore, go anywhere where there's some people sitting down relaxing or moving for, just a little bit, you go to them and just look at them, feel them with your heart. Sounds stupid? No, it is not. Relax and just concentrate on the person. Concentrate on feeling, taking your heart energy and just focusing it right into them. Create the cycle. What do you feel? And then you're going to start getting input. It takes a while to do it, okay? The stronger the heart energy, the easier it is. Some people are afraid to do that because they keep getting so much random, there's such strong heart energy that they start feeling stuff everywhere and they don't know how to focus. And then they can't stand to be around other people, especially in crowds, because they get so much input. They have such and such a phobia. Hey, they're really strong, sensitive heart energy, and they haven't learned how to use it properly yet. Some people are stronger, like a tank, instead of being a Ferrari. Ferrari's real cool. Really feels the road. Tank almost destroys it. Okay? A tank is no better than a Ferrari, and a Ferrari is no better than a tank. They're just different. And they have different roads they have to be on. That's all. You can go to the same place. It's just the tank will be off the pavement and you'll be on it. So either way, that's how you focus your heart energy. Gee, that could have been a 5-minute video, huh? Anyway, waking up is important, folks, and I don't have too much longer before I'm gone out of this body, that is. One of the most important things I want is for you all to, number one, appreciate yourselves. That's imperative. If you don't appreciate yourself, you can't have any faith in yourself. So, I understand what I do because of what I am, but I've learned over time how to use these different abilities of mine to try to maximize what I can do in a body. I've had to do it a hard way that I would never want anyone to go through, and you never will. But it sure did get me there fast. So, anyway, just try to relax, take a deep breath, and then just nice, soft, natural breaths after that, and just relax. And go somewhere. Sit down with a glass of water, lemonade, iced tea, coffee. Some of you might want to sit down and relax, have a alcoholic beverage. Just don't go getting drunk. You start getting the alcohol buzz, then everything's going to start falling away. When you're really nervous, sometimes a small glass of wine, like 6 ounces or something, halfway through it, you'll relax a little bit if you just take your time. Drugs don't mix well with really awakening, okay? And alcohol, I guess you can call it a drug, but it's I don't call it a drug. It's relaxing. It can be thought of as a drug if you have too much of it. It's eat enough peanut butter, that'll kill you too. It's trying to be sensible. It's trying to use common sense to softly awaken your other abilities, your other senses, and then your new understanding will allow you to grasp the fact that all your other abilities are common sense to you. Folks, it's part of who you are. And the heart is incredibly powerful. The heart uses other parts, other main energy fields, what they call chakras in your body. The strongest individual energy field in your body is your solar plexus, excuse me. It has to be. It's usually about 7/8 of it is inside your core. The main flow of energy in your body, but the heart can get the most done. So, and don't be upset because you don't see things the same way. That heart's doing a lot. It doesn't see through the pineal. There's an optical lobe right here in the front part of your brain, behind the sinuses, and inside the skull, and that's like the retina or the movie screen for seeing, so you can see with more clarity. But the heart has a powerful understanding that the rest of everything needs. So, anyway, folks, that's all I got for now, and I'm trying to make the video shorter. But when I get this other video out, you'll like it. It's long. I know there's going to be at least 5 discs, maybe more. Whatever. It's something I want to leave you, that if you take the time to listen to it, as you go through it, some of the stuff will be just a little bit of repeat. That's okay. You hear something twice, and the second time you hear it, you feel even better about it. What did you just do? Increase your understanding. This physical body isn't completely aware of everything. How can I say this? I don't plan to say everything that I say. I say what I say for a reason, and it's this huge part of me outside of my body that wants to make sure I say certain things. It's almost like sometimes like having a script in your head, and you all know I don't do scripts, read or something. Hell with that. Anyway, folks, look, I love you. If you just do that simple exercise with your heart, you'll find out you can pick out a few people here and there. If not trying to glorify them whatsoever, but or do a commercial for them, so to speak. Starbucks, if you go to a place like that, or a coffee shop where people come and go a lot, someone gets to the register, focus on them. Just relax. Don't stare at them. When you go to feel someone, you want your eyesight, your focus, your conscious mind focus, you want that to go relax it. So that when you relax your conscious mind, automatically your eyesight goes out of function. It goes out of focus, excuse me. I guess it goes out of function too. It doesn't see clearly. That's because you're using your other abilities, okay? That's a big one. That's important to know. I see so much crap on the internet. It's funny. This guy got, I don't know, 1.4 million hits in 5 months or something about this stuff with the pineal or something. I'm looking at it. I said, wow. That's insane, the crap he's saying. But if people don't understand it, everyone's trying to find something. Look at how many people have bought Bibles. The main thing is that you do what you feel you need to do for yourself. Whether it's turning off this video or sitting in a chair relaxing, take a little bit of the information I give you, put it to use, and find out that it helps you. Okay? There's no yay jay in there, but there is a very simple look at what you can do. Look at what happens when you start to become more yourself. That's what it's about. That's my success. Is when my efforts help you become yourself. And you will. As soon as I'm free, I'll do a lot more. What do they say? One thing, one step at a time. Folks, love you, man. Try that heart exercise. Whether you're strongest in the heart or not, you're going to find out you can start to focus your abilities. So what happens? Start getting stronger. When you use the rune cards, when you get Yasui in upright, uni is when there is a thing like this, and there's a dot in the middle. That's balance. It also means solar plexus. When you get the Yasui, where it's that dot, it's the same thing, but the dot's higher. That's usually heart energy. When you get that, focus your heart energy. Okay? You're doing this with your heart all the time. But if you learn how to focus it, you're going to gain a new power, an awakening. Love you, folks. Have a good one.